am so excited. My name is Claudia. I'm a National Executive Director with Paper Chef and excited to teach you one of my favorite recipes that I found 12 years ago. So if you're looking for a cheap meal for your family, something that is quick and easy and fast, and something that maybe even your picky kids will love, okay? So come hang out with me. If you're watching this live, comment live. If you're watching this later in replay, comment replay. But we are going to make barbecue chicken sliders. And surprise, surprise, we are going to be making chicken in the microwave. I know what you're already thinking. That was me the first time I heard that, and I was like, oh, it's a little gross. But you will be surprised that the deep covered baker basically gives you the same results as putting your chicken in a crock pot for 4 hours, except it does it in like 12 minutes, okay? So if you love a cheap meal, especially right now, comment cheap. If you love barbecue, this is the recipe for you, okay? It's gonna be super fast and furious, all right? So we're all about barbecue this week, and we're all about cheap and, if even better, fast, okay? So this is something you can whip up for a barbecue. This is something that you can whip up for a quick family dinner, right? And again, very simple, very cheap. Okay, so for those of you that are new here or not new, let me know if you are a stoneware lover with Paper Chef. Comment below and let me know if you love stoneware. Maybe list some of the stones you have. This is one that I was introduced to 12 years ago, okay? 12 years ago, I attended my very first Paper Chef party, like live cooking show. I know we do a lot of virtual, but we actually still do live cooking shows. And the consultant made this recipe, and the rest is history, and I've been here for 12 years, okay? So you take your deep covered baker. So if you see that it's kind of brown and dark, it's not dirty, the more you use your stoneware, the darker it gets and the more seasoned it gets. So it's absolutely normal for it to look like that. I actually love it like that. When I get a new stone, it's kind of like raspy, you know, like, oh, it gives me a little goosebumps. I can't wait to like season it all up, okay? So very, very simple. Here we go. We're gonna get started. I already got some chicken prepped right here. So I already put it in a Ziploc bag. And what I'm gonna do, just to make sure it all cooks at the same time, is I'm going to pound out this chicken and tenderize it. Because if you look, this is like a little piece, and this is a big fat piece, and it's really thick. And if you cook it, even if you were grilling it, doesn't matter how you cook your chicken, okay? Whatever way you're cooking it, try to get it all the same size. So one side isn't like overcooked and dry while the other one is still raw, okay? So what you can do is you can put it in a plastic bag. I prefer a plastic bag so it doesn't like, you know, chicken juices don't fly everywhere. And I'm going to use the Paper Chef Meat Tenderize, okay? One of the sides is spiky. You could turn it around to tenderize meats like roast or steak or anything like that that are a little tougher, and the flat side is just to flatten things out. It's pretty heavy. You can use it to like, you know, an Oreos or anything like that as well. Okay, and let me know if you guys can hear me okay, because I've had some issues with my audio lately. Here we go. So really, really quick, we tenderized this chicken, and now it's all the same size, so it's all going to cook super easy, okay? Let me get some tongs here. So I love these. These are like my favorite. These are like small kitchen tongs. Well, they're not small. They're pretty big size. But they're so easy to like use for smaller items. They're probably my go-to tongs, okay? So here we go. Get that in there. So look at how giant this piece is, because we tenderized it. Like it just became like twice the size, and therefore I'm actually only using 2 pieces because between that and a side, that is enough for dinner. Okay. So here we go. We got our chicken in here. All right. Let me rinse off my hands real quick. We don't want raw chicken to go everywhere. Okay, so I know this is like a super easy recipe, but hey, if you're popping in, comment live so I know who's watching. So the next thing we're gonna do is, of course, we gotta season our chicken. Nobody likes bland chicken. So we're gonna put some salt on this bad boy. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some of our, because this is barbecue chicken, you can use whatever favorite barbecue seasoning you have. This is Pampered Chef's Smoky Applewood. It's got like a little sweetness to it, and I absolutely love it. So you're gonna coat this nice, like a lot, okay? All right, are you ready? But wait, don't leave, there's more, okay? This is step one. So that is it. I did not add any oil. I did not add any chicken broth, water, anything, right? Nada, niente, nothing, okay? So later on, the stoneware is going to help create like this like nice, warm, moist environment. Everything's going to stay nice and moist. It's basically like I said, crock pot in a way faster way, okay? Of course, you can use this in your oven as well. It is oven safe, but it works really good in your microwave. So that is literally it, but don't leave, because I'm going to show you how to make your barbecue sauce, okay? We're going to put it in here for 12 minutes. Okay, 12 minutes. Sometimes it's even less. It depends how much chicken you're putting in there. And sometimes it's more if you're doing like 4 or 6 chicken breasts at the same time, okay? So while that is going, we are going to work on making our own barbecue sauce, because chances are you probably have all these ingredients at home, or at this point you could just go ahead and get your favorite barbecue sauce out, okay? But this is actually very simple, and again, I found this recipe 12 years ago, and my kids love it, okay? It's like their favorite recipe that they just love it, because it's kind of sweet, it's very simple, nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy, okay? So this right here is our small batter bowl. How many of you guys have there's an old school one, right? The classic batter bowl. It's a little bigger. I have it as well, but this is I think this is 4 cups, and then there's the 8 cup, and they actually nest in each other. It's one of our like old school favorite Pampered Chef products, right? And it has a lid, so if you are making pasta salad, potato salad, pancake batter, whatever, you can always close it up and put a lid on it as well, okay? So, question for you, have you ever made your own barbecue sauce? Put it in the comments. Have you ever made your own barbecue sauce? It is really like the simplest thing ever. I mean, I know that there's like fancy sauces, okay? This is not about being fancy. This is about being cheap, fast, and furious, and helping anybody that is feeding a family to get it on the table, okay? There's a time and place for fancy dinners. This is the like, holy cow, I need something cheap, faster than going through the drive-thru at McDonald's, and cheaper for your new family. So if that does sound something like you're interested in, drop a heart below, because that's what we're all about today, okay? So the first ingredient that you need is obvious, ketchup, okay? Most barbecue sauces are made with a base of ketchup, and we are using the Measure All Cup, okay? This is the OG of all OGs, original products of Pampered Chef. So if you have it, come and have it. And there's actually, I just heard a consultant say yesterday, she's like, I used to have this product. I've had it for 7 years until I figured out how to actually use it. So in case that's you, let me show you how to use it, because it looks a little complicated at first, but it's not. So if you are separating this to get it clean, the little tip is that the blue spout, the blue air, goes with the spout. It's kind of like water, right? Water goes with the spout so you can pour it. That's how I remembered it, okay? Now you have it in here. If you're measuring liquids, which we will be here in a second, you just pour it in. If you're measuring solids, you go with the red arrow and you push it down, okay? So liquids and solids, both, all right? Because they are a little bit different. So we are going to start, why don't we start with our liquid so we don't make a mess? We're gonna start with, oh, actually I don't need this for liquids. Oh no, I just need it for brown sugar. Okay, never mind. We're gonna start with our solids. So we are going to do a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. So we're going right here. I've made this recipe probably 100 times, so I know all the ingredients in my sleep. Okay. So a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. If you don't want to make a big mess, you put your measuring cup right in here. This is the recipe I've made at probably my first 2 years of live cooking parties, where you actually gather people in your house and you cook a fun recipe. They are still around, and they're actually more popular now probably than they were years ago because some people are tired of all the online stuff, right? So people are excited to host again and have people in their house. So a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. And if you, I don't know if you can hear it, every now and then you might hear a little pop in the microwave, or if that happens to you, that is the fat on the chicken. It's all good and safe over here, okay? All right, 1/4 cup. It's probably why my kids love it, because it's got sugar in it. It's all good, mamas, it's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? All right, so, and you know what one of my very first products was? This, the Twix It Clips. It was the Twix It Clips and a Pampered Chef pizza stone. Those were my first products. Twix It Clips, they'll never get old. All right, so we got a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. We're gonna dump it out right here, and then we need 1 cup, so this whole shabam, of ketchup. Now, I don't know what I was thinking wearing a white shirt, but we'll see how it goes. If I make a mess, it's all cool. All right, so 1 cup of packed brown sugar. You will be surprised how little is actually one of these bottles. Every time I do this, I'm like, oh my God, it's like using up the whole bottle. But the measural cup is really cool. Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. The measural cup is really good for things like ketchup, mayonnaise, shortening, peanut butter, because they're such a pain to measure in a like old school measural cup, right? Good. Okay. We need a scraper. Scraper. I don't know why, but I just grabbed the biggest one. So how many of you guys have our mix-in scrapers? So if you didn't know, let me know if you knew this. Did you know that your scrapers have a birthday? Did you know they have a birthday? So if you look at the back, yes or no, put it in the chat. If you look at the back, you can actually see how old your scraper is and when it was produced. So this one is October 2015. 7 years. Look at it. It's still white. We're going to use it on ketchup. I use it all the time. 7 years. Scraper. So yes, it may be a little bit more expensive than the average scraper out there, but it'll last you a long, long time. Okay, so here's the cool part, right? Now, with solids like this, you're able to squish it all out and get it nice and clean. This is why you need a measuring cup, friends. Okay? All right, so we got that. So we got ketchup, brown sugar. We are going to do about 2 tablespoons of the Smoky barbecue. Let's see if we get 2 tablespoons. If not, we'll just use whatever is left. And I'll have to go in my closet and see if I have more. So you should do 2, okay? I might have some other barbecue seasoning. I'll have to go look. But you know what's really cool is Pamper Chef can sell them. I can just order more and get a discount all day, every day, okay? So 2 tablespoons. I'm doing 1 because I'm out. Let me get everything out here. I wish you could smell this. It's my favorite barbecue seasoning. It's like sweet and super smoky. But how many of you guys have these? The tablespoon, Pamper Chef, adjustable tablespoon measuring thingies. They adjust up and down. Comes off for easy cleaning, solids, liquids, all the things, and you don't have to worry with the 50,000 ones in your drawer. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I know. Okay. So every time you do a barbecue sauce, you need a little bit of acidity, okay, to kind of help and sweeten things up. We are using 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And my friends, that is your barbecue sauce. What I'm going to do for 4 minutes while the chicken cooks, we might get it out early and see if it's done. I think it might be done earlier. Okay. So here you go. Now you're going to mix it up, but wait, you're not done yet, okay? Don't pour this on your chicken because that would be gross. So every time you add something like vinegar, it needs to cook off, okay? It's kind of like if you add wine to like your tomato sauce or something, it needs to cook off, right? That acidity needs to go away. So this actually needs to go in the microwave for 1 minute, stir, and then put it in the microwave again for another minute. Okay, I'm having a little nostalgia moment here because I'm like, I've been making this recipe for 12 years. I was 24 when I started. I was a newlywed. I was new to the United States. And this recipe changed my life. I can't even, I don't know. All right, I'm going to shut up now so I don't start crying. Anyways, but my kids have grown up with this recipe. I've made this recipe like, I don't even know how many countries. I made it in Virginia. That's where it started. Then I made it in Korea. I lived there for 2 years. My husband was in the military for 20 years. Then I made it in upstate New York. Yes, I made it upstate New York. And then I made it in now a little closer to the city, New York. Make this like everywhere. It's the best. All right, we are going to not wait any longer for this chicken, and we're going to see if it's done. We're just going to check, and if not, we'll put it back. All right. Let's see where my little gloves are. Actually, let me tell you about these gloves. Don't judge them. My kids use them all the time. But these are our oven mitts, and you can turn them, or did you know? Comment below if you knew that. Anytime also, if I show you anything that you're like, I need to have it, comment, I need this, or I have it. I always love to see what people are interested in. So you can turn these inside out, and you can put them in your washing machine. Did you know that? All right. So we are at about, how long did we put it in? 12 minutes. So we're about less than 10 minutes, 9.5. Okay, and we're just going to see if it's done. And while we see if it's done, we'll put this in for 1 minute. Don't put it in for the whole 2 minutes, or it's going to like do that, right? So you need to stir it after a minute. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? So we did 9.5 minutes for now. You're going to see a lot of steam coming out of it because that's all the beautiful things about stoneware. It keeps it all nice and warm in there. Okay, ready? You ready? Comment ready. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. So here we go. Ready? And it may or may not be done. We'll see. All right. So here we go. Again, remember, we didn't put any oil, we didn't put any water, we didn't put any chicken broth in here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it has a pool of juices. Trying to see how you can see it. It has a pool of juices on the bottom. So that's what keeps the chicken nice and moist. That's stoneware fact. It's like a brick oven. It's like a little brick oven. And that's what stoneware does. You can bake beautiful breads in here. Okay, so we are going to see if it's done. I'm going to use our salad choppers. I'll tell you about them in a second. And I'm cutting this big piece in half. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mama. This is a win right there. This is the busy mama win. Okay, I'm trying to pick this up so I can show you. Okay, can you see this? This was like 9.5 minutes, friends, in the microwave. Can you see how juicy this is? Like, I want to touch it, it'll probably burn myself, but can you see how like juicy it is? It's not dry, it's not gross, it's not disgusting. Did you love that? Do we love it? Do we love it? Comment love if you love it. All right, we're going to take our barbecue sauce. 1 minute. We're going to give it a quick little stir. And we're going to do another minute, okay? And while that is finishing cooking, we are going to chop our chicken with our salad choppers. They have like a little scoopy, and they're like they got 2 blades. I'm trying to see how you can see them. They got like 2 blades, okay? They are called salad choppers, so they are actually meant to be for like putting like your lettuce, your tomatoes, your cucumbers, all those things in a bowl. But I actually think I need to tell Pampered Chef we need to change the name of this because they should be called everything choppers, okay? You can use these for salsa, guacamole, shredding beef, chicken, all those things, but I love them just for that, okay? So we're gonna chop all this up, really easy, and I left the little scoop feature because it helps kind of pick up all this chicken. So, do you have the salad choppers yet? Who needs some salad choppers? Put it in the comments. All right, okay. Choppy. I like them nice and small. You can use these for egg salad. I mean, literally, whatever you can think about throwing in a bowl and chopping up, that's what you could use these for. And look at that juicy chicken. This is a great way to cook chicken if you're meal prepping. You know, cook your chicken for the week if you're making chicken salad. But you know what's really cool about this deep covered baker? You can make some delicious breads in here. You can do potatoes, like literally just throw some potatoes in the microwave. No water, nothing. They'll be done in like 12, 16 minutes. You can do pasta in here in the microwave. You can do a cake. One of my kids' favorite cakes is a lava cake. It's literally a cake mix and frosting in 10 minutes. all in the deep covered baker. You can do quinoa in the mic, like so many things you can do in the microwave, and of course it's oven safe, so you can do your favorite casseroles, hams, turkeys, all that fun stuff. Okay, we got it all chopped up. This goes in the dishwasher. Dishwasher safe. Check it out, right? Pretty cool, right? You could have done 4 to 6 chicken breasts if your family's bigger. And we're going to get our barbecue sauce. So who says dinner has to be complicated? So if you love quick, easy meals like that, comment easy below, because I know that even myself, sometimes I can make some fancy stuff, and sometimes I just need to get it on the table. Feel like cooking, you know what I mean? Kids are hungry. So now we're gonna take this barbecue sauce that we made from scratch, and look how cheap this is, okay? So this is like 2 chicken breasts, all right? If you can get them on sale, look for sale in your grocery store for chicken. 2 chicken breasts. You probably have the ingredients for the sauce. Worst case, you buy a bottle of ketchup, right? And then my favorite rolls to put this on, okay? This is probably the most expensive piece of the meal. I mean, you can use any rolls, but the Martin's potato rolls, dear girl, they're like the best, okay? And then you just put them on a roll. Each kid can have like 2 rolls, maybe a side of potatoes, a side of rice, a side of vegetables, and a quick, easy dinner is done for you and your family. It's juicy, it's fresh, and it's simple. And again, if you want to put your own barbecue sauce on it, use your own favorite barbecue sauce, okay? So we are at like 24 minutes, right, with talking. Without talking, I probably could have pulled this off in 20 minutes. And your dinner is done, and you know what else is great? It's all done in one pot, okay? You're not like slaving over the stove while it's cooking in the microwave. You can set the table, and your dinner is done. Okay, that's all I got for you guys today. Do we love it? Do we love it? Comment something in the chat. This was valuable, comment value. And the final tip I'm going to give you is that, you know what's really cool about stones? They keep things warm for 20, 30, 45 minutes. So let's say you make this and your kids start walking in the door in 15, 20 minutes, or your husband's late from work or whatever. It keeps it nice and warm. It's really hot actually, okay? Keeps it nice and warm. So thanks for popping in today. Appreciate you guys. Hope you're having a good time and have a great weekend. And comment below, leave a comment. Would love to hear which one of these products you just saw is one of your favorites, or which one is the next one on your wish list. So make it a great day. Bye everyone.